Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome back to the letter. Unless you haven't been with me from the first episode or previous episode, then just welcome to the letter. And if you, let's continue. A rush of honor greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn run, it's still welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Harsh footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling back, shadows beckoning. I heard that. It said, help me. I don't look back. Maybe we should. We sped right back to Luxburn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally Ash will reach out to fiddle with it in the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my strength on the passing scenery outside, in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
Huh? All of a sudden he does something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a full landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I sent him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. I ignored him, I flipped the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
It's an energy bar as well. Chocolate cereal. Alright, I like how the name of the company that produces those is like the second part of the company that developed the game. Technically, it's half the name of the company, basically. Because it was Young Mobile. This is Young's. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Now that I think about it, I know what I forgot to do in the last episode. So let's get to it. Relationship. We raised one with Marianne here. But the journal. I need to look into the journal. This was there. Oh, here, okay. Rose Cooper, along with a woman who introduced herself as Maria McCall, found these boats on those lying unconscious. Alright, that was there. Today marked the open house of the infamous Ermengarde Mansion, open to the public for the first time in years. Luxburn's most esteemed and prominent personalities gathered to catch a glimpse of the 17th century property, including Luxburn's most well-known couple, Luke and Hannah Wright. Okay. Oh, there was the information, it's new, cool. Profiles. Zachary, Marianne, nothing. Rebecca, Ashton, Luke, really nothing. At least a little bit of information would be nice. But okay, let's get back. I need some energy bar now.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even get the chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach grumbles loudly and then empty. Growing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch back while she was on a break. I was hoping to get a small meal after, I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, so if anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years, growing up. Yeah, thanks. Then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Beck and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house.
Is that so?
On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life.
Looks so good in that photo.
Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hell-bent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
Well, he's not entirely wrong. And I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, the kind that screams, "I'm right, I told you so!" I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't butcher it with the rights. Story updated. Where is... Right, where is the story update? I think it's in branching 3, but I'm not completely sure. Anyway, why of all the times did I have to screw up like that in front of an important customer, no less? I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
Who doesn't like free donuts?
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
So cute.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke. How close is to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heart beat a heavy wave in my chest. And all at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
I can answer that. Change the subject, or lie to him. Change the subject?
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
Whoop. Plus. Alright.
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An over-exaggeration, but change the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Exactly. Besides, it never works for him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it, or because he's just really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting glance for me and returning back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Movie! Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
It isn't? What? Of course it is. What are you talking about?
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It will only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash!
Alright, lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Oh, most of it are the trimmed down version, only things you can tell. He has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point his voice takes on a straight tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it too much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they keep slipping out of your fingers? Oh, slippery bastards. If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining, regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there, along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. Pocket Chibi, coming soon. Bad Cat, I think? Point of no return. October 21st. Wait, what date is it? It's October 21st. Okay. Okay, the fact that there are people in here in the background. My god, this pleases me so much. Because you don't see that in the VNs. This is really ridiculous. Like, this gives me a completely new experience to the whole genre. And I love it. Alright, a small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. And there really is. I mean, maybe not crowd, but there are people. That's amazing. The Lift Fest, short for Luxburn Independent Film and Theatre Festival, alright, let's call it Lift, attracts a big crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie films, movies, screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the history, getting their movie recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie. Okay, how do you freaking switch between movie and the film? Stop doing that! In this year's lineup, already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, it's impossible to miss. Which one might he be? Zachary. Okay. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers. Alright, sorry, but I need to freaking Google this. Because we have the retarded measurements used here. 6 feet. It's only 182 centimeters. How is he looming over all of people? I'd say that's not really uncommon, Have. Well, he's still taller than me. Anywho, and with his large build and heavy voice, there is no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard, once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Alright, the fact that even they... I didn't notice that before, maybe because of some distractions, obviously, but he stands there, and the motion of him breathing is here. Just how amazing is that?
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Seriously. Wow. Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a single effort to make himself smaller so as not to bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typical Zach. As he hears Ash casually raise his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Okay, don't speak like that. The awkwardness that ascends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpably enough. Somewhere to our left, I hear giggles and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. Almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
Z-Man! There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to the other's ears. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
I would love if he actually just did the motion of, you know, while saying the accident with his hands.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
But oh, let's not go that far, right? It's already amazing what they did in this game.
You really have no idea.
A bit passes. And then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to, and every now and then Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Beck and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. Unspoken men's agreement. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Ah well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella!
Eh?
Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true. They know each other far longer than any of us in the group, childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. The attorney pen grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Becca, you're just in time.
I get to lean back a little while, the way her face is mostly invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concerned filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you alright? Why wouldn't I be? Rose called me earlier.
Oh. Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have my family living close by, and the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hands away from my face, although she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today. That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back, the urge to elbow him in the place of trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the said area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that. You blacked out? It's not something to brush off.
I blacked out once in my life. I was like 12 or 14 or 13. But I had like a freaking almost 40-degree temperature in the middle of the night, going from the room, I think, to the kitchen to get something to drink, and I like black out for a few seconds. Not really seconds, it was like blackout and immediately unblacked out, because I don't know, I was falling and I luckily enough didn't hit my head into anything. So that was weird, but it happened. Anyway.
Come on, at least let me check it.
What are you, a doctor?
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Oh,
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
something crossed Becca's face, but he's gone before I can figure out what this.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
Wait, okay, don't you even get jealous here, okay?
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time.
No, we can't.
Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I should give him a pleading look. Zach's a simple guy, he'll understand. Please, understand!
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Eh?
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. Oh, we're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through a conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When at last... she pouted! Oh my god! She releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance, aimlessly tackling her into her.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Hey?
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Okay guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself off from Becca to get my wallet from my bag and...
What's this?
It's already in Ash's hands before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own pay, but right now I really wish I have that advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay, now I'm curious.
I'm telling you it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Maybe I know how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They are still shaking, but I hang on to them regardless. Technically... no, never mind. The awful sick wave that has... Okay, let's get to it. Technically, this letter had this, like, sent this to 5 people, right? I know it was not sent, but technically 5 other people have seen the letter already. 5 other people. 1, 2, 3. Hannah saw it, Zachary saw it, Rebecca saw it, Ashton, and Luke. Marianne is the only one that hasn't seen it. So technically, Isabella should be like set free, kind of, right? Okay, the awful sick wave that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
I mean, technically I do record this a little early, but once it's uploaded, it's already after Halloween. Unless we are talking about the next Halloween, then yes, I'm very early. And it's not only days, it's months. Anyway, Ash waves the paper around me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see, I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way, that way!
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I'm surprised with how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
Whoa, I love how their eyes moved. Okay, this game is amazing!
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both.
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed. You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke. Will you guys listen to me first?
I believe her.
I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
Hey, there's no logic with that.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real!
Whoa.
What do you think I saw?
Holy shit, the expression on her face right now.
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other.
I'd believe her.
When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Okay, how the hell do you not trust her?
Don't bother.
Without a word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hand and stuffed it back in my bag with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, so it goes, probably lost the sale, got kicked out of the put house I'm supposed to be hosting, my old friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dual H at the back of my head begging for all attention I can't afford to give him right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about the day. But before I can take a single step away from the group,
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there is point he wants to drive home. And hearing him take on that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words he had to come out from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please?
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, had also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why she got out of bed today. Yet despite Zach's attempt to lighten things up, or Ash and Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might not have turned out the way they had. No strong mood, no bad vibes. Careless, so careless. Stay for the movie, or go home. Why would I go? I know she said that she wants to go home, but I feel like that would be a bad choice here. I mean, technically, I would dislike that whole decision. Stay for the movie. Alright. Rebecca, why? What? Is this because you wanted her to go to the hospital? Just because of that, Rebecca? Really, Rebecca? Really? I can't believe this. Anyway, another day I'd excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach, something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with the few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And what do you think that it follows me home? I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can solve with a calm head. I mean, I would say there are a lot of things you can solve even with cool head, but let's not get to that case. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back at him.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
Alright, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
Whoa. This time I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Okay, stupid Ash. Being vertical challenge has its perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes down. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that. The same question likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it!
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
One friendly lap on my shoulder and then he's go. A few moviegoers are still milling about. Some are still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here, now. Not a word of protest comes from me when Ash gestures for two of us to head inside.
And then?
And then it happened! The episode ended! That's right. Anywho, for now, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see where this is exactly going in the next one tomorrow. Bye bye. Hope to see you there.